Hello, Sticky here. Apologies for my absence recently. I am going to be making a video about that in the next couple of days to let you know what's been going on. But something's happened this evening which requires urgent attention. So I'm just making this video real quick. If you normally only watch just for the Dark Souls content, then feel free to turn off now, because this video won't have any Dark Souls footage in it. It will just be a series of screenshots of me talking. But if you want some juicy, ongoing drama, then hey, then come and join me for about 5-10 minutes while I waffle on about this. So basically, today I received this. As you can see, important code of conduct breach. Dun dun dun. So to go through it, it's got the reference number there. On the 13th of March, your activity in Message was a breach of our terms of service. Offensive or abusive content, including inappropriate language, abuse directed at others, offensive images or audio, is against our code of conduct. Further breaches may lead to a temporary or permanent suspension of your account or console from the PlayStation Network. And then there's just some other little bits at the bottom there. And just to show you the last line or two. And I knew immediately what this was all about, and it's our old friend Blackstorm. I never thought you'd see him again, but here it goes. So, if you remember Blackstorm, he was in my last video. He also appeared in one a while before that, where basically he just got really salty and sent me a load of messages. And this is, I think, this is the last screenshot. This is what he sent me previously, the last shot of the last video. And if anyone watched that video and was also sort of participated in the comments of that, you might have noticed that Blackstorm was camping out in the comments for a good, I don't know, like a long time, I think like 4 or 5 hours, just sort of continuing his tantrum and giving people shit. And I was pretty much ignoring him totally, but other people were sort of fighting the battles for me, which I appreciate, but was unnecessary but cool at the same time. So yeah, he was in there. He was very smart about it. A very sneaky guy. What he was using, he was actually commenting from a Smurf account and not his actual real account. Unfortunately, I think my subs Columboed out his real account within about 5-10 seconds and sent it to me multiple times. But so what happened is, in those comments, at one point he left a message saying, it was something along the lines of, I'm going to upload the video from my point of view. Something like that. And then I obviously got a notification of that. Saw he'd sent me that. But then before I got a chance to reply, he'd actually deleted it. So what I did is, I went to his YouTube page, not the Smurf account that he was commenting from, but his real account where he's got gameplay footage and where he's got his streams uploaded to and stuff. And I found his latest video, which was a Dark Souls video, and I left a comment on there saying, I look forward to seeing your video. And then he came back with, well, I was convinced I saved the clip, but earlier today I discovered it wasn't there. If we meet again, I'm sure I'll make sure I have it saved. So I thought that was the end of it. I thought it was all good, and that, you know, he gave some shit, he got some shit, but at the end of the day it was all harmless fun and nothing really happened. Well, this is Blackstorm we're talking about, so of course it didn't end there. So basically the next day, or I'm not sure if it was the next day, but you can see a couple of days later maybe, he came back at me with 1v1 me virgin, and then a little bit later 1v1 me so we can settle this, and get your cocksuckers, he's talking about you here people, get your cocksuckers to stop spamming me. So I'm guessing some of you were messaging him after you saw the video, which made me chuckle. Again, unnecessary, but did make me chuckle. And when I saw this, I did get a bit worried, because if you remember from my previous video, he spent, I think, like an hour just solidly spamming me messages without me replying. So I was thinking, oh God, here we go again. I'm going to get loads more of these messages. But it stopped. It stopped after that, and I was a bit surprised, but I sort of moved on with my life. But then shortly afterwards, I got a notification on YouTube, and it was a reply to the conversation that we were having on his channel. And it says, and it goes like this, and it's from him. Let me guess, you reported the picture I sent you and got me suspended from PSN. My response was, haha, I didn't, but that is hilarious. Now that is absolutely hilarious. Considering this guy, he was so hungry for the attention that he obviously started the messages in the first place. And then obviously carried it on in the comment section of my YouTube video. He was so hungry for the attention, but then once he gets it, you can see he's complaining about cocksuckers. And now he gets himself back. It's just too perfect. So yeah, I said, I didn't, but that is hilarious. I should say I didn't. I can hold my hand up and say honestly, I didn't. I've never reported anyone on PSN. I don't think I ever will report anyone on PSN because I'm fully aware that the shit that happens online it's exactly that. It's bullshit. It doesn't actually hurt anyone. People can lose their heads in the moment and get a bit angry. I understand that, so I don't really take any of it seriously. So it wasn't me. What I suspect happened is probably a sub or a couple of subs saw the video. Obviously, I'm not very good at hiding accounts. That's probably my fault. But they probably just, excuse me, found him and then just, I don't know, probably just started spam reporting him. And I guess if enough go through, or maybe PlayStation just checked his activity and saw that he had done something, excuse me, that he wasn't supposed to, and he got himself banned. So yeah, I said, haha, I didn't, but that is hilarious. He responds with, you definitely did, because I got banned for gore, and you're the only person I sent it to. But don't think it's epic or anything. It's made me realise how dogshit PS4 is, since you can get suspended from the entire console, and it's made me move to PC. My response was, I don't care if you believe me, as you only have yourself to blame. Have fun on PC, smiley face. He comes back with, an added bonus is I'll never have to run into you tryharding in the forest. Good luck on your divorce in a couple of years, and so long. So mean. It's so mean. Because he's down. He's almost down and out, but he still manages to swing an uppercut at me. To which I then smiley face back. And that was about over a month ago, whenever the last video came out. And then interestingly, within the last sort of half an hour to an hour, he responded to my smiley face with, nice. Thanks for suspending me. I have multiple alternative accounts though. XOXO. And I'll put a link down below to this just so you can see it for yourself and so you know I'm not lying or anything like that. And then a few days ago, I was invading back in the forest, and who do I run into? But not only Blackstorm, but also his buddies Pixel, something like that, and Toxicity, who were the same guys as before, and the three of them were ganking in the woods. Fortunately, on this occasion, I was able to beat them. Sadly, I wasn't recording at the time, so I don't have the footage saved, but I was able to beat them, and then afterwards I sent him a message saying, back from your ban then, and then he replies, obviously, yeah, like a month ago, it was 1 week. A week's nothing. The way you were complaining, I thought it was much longer. Dude, can you stop interrupting our playthrough? We've been trying to get through the woods for months. We're really bad. That's not quite true, but okay. To which I just say, I know, best of luck to you, and I thought that was going to be the end of it. But of course, that's not the end of it when it comes to Blackstorm. So a few days later, I was again invading the woods, and again I ran into these same three guys ganking. This time, unfortunately, they killed me, and Blackstorm sent me a message. Nice innovative strategy. I got to commend you. Trading with the Carthus. If this game had an esports scene, I'd reckon you'd be defining the esports meta. I don't even know what he's talking about this time. He's just waffling, but I just smiley faced just because I was in a bit of a rush. I actually jumped off after that invasion because Champions League was on and I wanted to watch the Liverpool game. So I did that and I didn't really think much more of it. And then I think after the match ended, I went and checked on Mrs. Sticky. She was, I think, about half an hour into the new Mary Poppins film, which I really had no interest in watching at all. So I thought, I'll jump back on PSN. I have a couple of games of Apex Legends. Great game, by the way. And then I can go to bed, then I can turn in. And when I was playing that, Blackstorm couldn't help but send me another message. Hey, Sticky Bandit mate, do you want to riddle me something? What is 50% but also 13%? Now, I've heard of this online. Now, I don't know if it's a meme or if it's a true stat, but it's like in the US, 13% of the population is black, but they're responsible for 50% of the crime, something like that. So I'd heard of this just from being online, and I thought he was going to send me something a bit racist afterwards. And I might have had a few beers during the football, and I might have been a bit fed up with this kid. So I responded with 13% of the US population are black, and they make up 50% of the people who have balanced their nuts on your chin. Okay. Now, if you take a step back from this is indeed a grown man insulting a child online over a video game. Now, I fully hold my hands up that I should have done this. But to be honest, it made me laugh when I said it. It's making me laugh now. I don't feel sorry for sending it in any way. I think by this point I'm pretty justified in doing it. But that's what I sent. That is the message on the 13th that got me in trouble. That is the one that got me the code of conduct warning. He then, I didn't know this at the time, but he then reported me for that at some point. And then obviously PlayStation decided to send me a warning. I haven't been banned. Obviously it wasn't serious enough to get me actually get a week's ban like it did for Blackstorm. But they sent me that warning that any future activity could get me into trouble. So after I sent my response, I went to bed shortly after that. And then you can see the next day, which is today, this morning. I mean, who honestly jumps on their PlayStation at 5 in the morning? But you can see he then said, "Close, do you know what 40% is?" Unfortunately, I was at work, so I didn't see that message. And I then jumped on because I got an email as well, a note from PlayStation notifying me that I'd got a breach of conduct. And that's when I jumped on here to see what was going on. So then you can see he say, "Damn, you tried to get me banned." And he said, "No, why would you think I did that?" So there we go. That is the situation we're at now. This is a weird one from him. And it also makes me think, so the message that he just, going back to the YouTube messages, the one that he sent today that said, "Nice, thanks for suspending me. I have multiple alternative accounts though, XOXO." It got me, why would he send that to me today, months later? And it's made me realise, based on the message, the code of conduct message, that said that if you get further action against you, you can get a ban, and then a prolonged ban, and then you can actually get suspended from your account, and even your PSN. So what I could do now, if I was so inclined, I could go back and report him for every single offensive message he sent me, which if you go back and check my other videos, were pretty goddamn full on. And he could get, I don't know how it works on PSN, maybe it's 3 strikes and you're out, maybe it's 5 strikes, I don't know. But this seems like a really dumb move on his part, because if I wanted to, I could just completely destroy him now. And if that warning message from PlayStation is to be believed, I could get his account banned, or I could even get his PlayStation banned, so he couldn't even make alternative accounts on it. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna do that. I don't care that much. I've made this video about it. That's enough for me. That's just allowed me to sort of vent my slight annoyance at this situation. I also think it's quite funny. But yeah, I'm not going to report you any further, Blackstorm. So just to let you know, mate, I'm not going to do anything. If you get banned now, though, that is your own fault, but whether you believe me or not, it's not coming from me. But yeah, that's the situation. So that was a weird one for me. I've never had this sort of kind of thing before, because yeah. But honestly, if my message from yesterday is the most offensive thing that was sent over PSN for that day, I think that's probably a pretty good day, to be fair. But yeah, so that's it from me. As I said, I'll make a video in the next couple of days about where I've been and what's going on. But yeah, that's it for now. I just wanted to make this and get this out real quick, and now I'm going to have a little quick break, and I'm going to watch the Arsenal match, I think. So cheers everyone, catch you soon. Bye bye.